Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This time we're going to be talking about the price and the duration function of this of Microsoft Excel that we are going to be have to use. Well, of course, for to find the price and the duration of a certain bond, right? And we're going to be talking about some details on the equivalent yield that we should be taking to account where we're calculating the price and the duration, and that's something that we're going to be doing with these two questions that we're going to be having over here, and we're going to be talking about that the second one later, and we're going to start with the first one. I'd like to tell you that, well, those are good news for me. I have a coffee account, so if you wanna donate or support my channel in any case, or with ever anything you want, if you find this useful and you feel like you want to give me a thank you can buy me a coffee there. And if you want this file, you can download it there. I think it's going to be worth like $3 or something, but you can pay whatever you can. It's not like, but I mean, this is by default set at $3, I believe. But I think you can like go ahead and pay whatever you think you think it's fair. So thank you very much for your support. And if you can't, you can just go ahead and drop a like. And okay, without further ado, let me just go ahead and read this real quick for you. On August 15th, 1990, the U.S. Treasury issued a $100 face value bond maturing on February 15, 2020. The bond has a coupon rate of 8.75, payable semi-annually on February 15 and August 15. On June 22, 2015, the effective yield to maturity was 0.139. First, calculate the accrued interest on this date. We're not going to be doing that. Then calculate the quoted or claim price of the bond on this date using the XNPV and the price functions, and that's pretty much what we're going to be doing, except that accrued interest thing that we did already on the last video. Okay, so let's start. Let's fill this in. As you can see, the basic information, the basic scenario, it's already typed in. So let's just go ahead and keep on going. We have the face value that we have to multiply that by the coupon rate and then divide it by 2, since we're going to be paying semi-annual coupons, right? So, okay. Well, okay. So for the previous coupon rate, we're going to be typing again P, double P, coup P, and then double click on whatever comes. And then the settlement, that's going to be when you bought the bond, the maturity when the bond matures, the frequency, that's going to be 2 for semi-annual and actual to actual basis. So we hit enter and that's it. Now for the next coupon, just go ahead and do coup N, or what I call coupon next, which is NZD. Okay, so for the settlement, and we'll just go ahead and punch exactly the same values and the maturity and the frequency and the basis. As you can see the formulation over here. That's pretty straightforward for you. Okay, and then this is effective YTM as of settlement date. Okay, so now for the claim price, just go ahead and punch price. Now the settlement, we already have that settlement date. The maturity, yeah, maturity. The rate, that's gonna be your annual coupon rate. The yield, that's the effective YTM as of the settlement date. The redemption value, that's gonna be 100. The frequency, it's 2, and the basis is 1. We hit enter and we get this number. Now let's just go ahead and do that using the XNPV value. Okay, so for the next coupon, of course, which is the one we're gonna be getting, it's gonna be coupon next, the one that we already have calculated before. And to fill up the rest of the cells, we just go ahead and coupon CD, and then the settlement, that's gonna be the past date, and the maturity, it's gonna be the maturity. This value is not gonna change, so I'm gonna press F4 to set that value to be the same every time. The frequency, it's going to be 2, and the actual basis, that's going to be our basis. And then we drag this until we get an error. And there we have an error, and the error is because we already reached the maturity date. Okay, so the cash flow, that's going to be whatever we got every 6 months, which is the coupon, and then we drag this down to the very end, and in the end we add this, we add the face value of a bond, because after all, that's what we're going to be getting, right? Okay, so now X and PV, open parentheses, and the rate's going to be the effective YTM as of settlement date, comma, on the values, those are the values, right? And then the dates. So we select the dates, and there we have it. Okay, so that's the value, okay? And which one is more reliable? Well, this is the one that we should be using. This one is more like, I mean, to me, it's a lot more useful if you're not so picky with the dates, and if we want to try and give it a try, trying to value some investment alternatives or something. But this is accurate with the bonds, this price function. I would use this one over this one, but since the exercise is asking us for this, well, this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, great. Okay, now for the next one, we can say that today is November 8, 2022. You have been asked to analyze or analyzing a $1,000 face value bond with a 7.5 coupon rate. The coupon matures in 15 years and pays coupon payment semi-annually. The first coupon payment occurs 6 months from today. The bond equivalent yield to maturity as of semi-annual yield doubled is 6.38. And look, we have a YTM which is 6.38%, as opposed as the other value that we have over here that was 0.139. I wanted to call your attention on that one. The first calculate the bond's price and duration using the price and the duration function. Then, using the duration approximation of price change equation, will estimate what the bond price would be if the yield increases by 30 basis points. Okay, so that's an additional thing that we're going to be doing, but what's important here is to use the price and the bond duration for us to be able to value this bond. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start. So for the coupon payment, as we did before, we have to go for the price, the face value, I'm sorry, and then you multiply that by the coupon rate and divide it by 2, because we have semi-annual payments, you know, because semi-annual yield double, and I believe it says that semi-annual, you know, payment semi-annually, of course. Okay, matures in 15 years. Equivalent. I'm gonna be making this mistake so you can see. Okay, so what you can see is a lot different than what we did before, what we did here in the first example. Okay, so we go ahead and this is kind of subtle, and you're kind of like going over it and say, what am I doing wrong maybe? But I promise this is gonna make sense in a second. Okay, so settlement, the settlement, that's gonna be the current date, and it's maturity. And then the rate, this is the bond equivalent rate, right? Oh no, the rate, that's gonna be that's gonna be the coupon rate, yes. The equivalent rate, that's gonna be this one. The redemption value, that's gonna be 1,000. The frequency, that's gonna be 2, and the base is 1. And we had this number, right? And that wouldn't make any sense. First of all, because you know the coupon rate is higher than the bond equivalent yield, and that, you know, that by itself, it's telling us that the bond is worth a lot more than its face value. See, That's by definition, right? So what we have to do here, and let's just go to B7. Here is divide this by the number of years, right? And that takes care of the whole problem, as you can see. So the thing that I wanted to point out here is that sometimes when you get this bond equivalent yield, YTM, and you want to use this price function, what you have to do is to divide that by the number of years. If not, you're going to be making a mistake and finding a value that's not, of course, is not going to be a good value to you. It's not gonna worth anything. It's not gonna be the good answer. Okay. All right. Now let's go for the duration. Okay, for the settlement date, it's gonna be today, and the maturity, that's gonna be the same. Now for the coupon rate, that's this one, and the yield, it's gonna be, of course, this one divided by 15, right? Oh wait, oh, forgot. Okay, we're still missing a lot of values over here. The frequency, it's gonna be 2, and the basis, it's gonna be 1 to 1. What the heck? What did I do? Let me just start from scratch. Settlement date, and then the maturity, the coupon rate, that's as an annual rate, and the yield, that's going to be this one divided by 15. The frequency, it's 2, and the basis is going to be 1. Close and hit enter, and that's our duration. And let's put that in terms of money, because okay, so the problem is asking us how it's going to be changing this value if we increase by 30 basis points the YTM. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we add this plus 30 basis points, which is 0.3%, because 100 basis points, that's going to be 1%, okay? And then we divide this by 15. No, let's just go ahead and leave it like that. Yeah, and then let's just go ahead and call the duration. Let's see the new price using the duration. Okay, so for the duration, what we have to do is to use the old price, and since we're increasing the value by 0.3%, multiply 0.3 times the bond duration, and we get this value. So now for the price, we get to do the same, exactly the same. The only thing is we're going to be using this as a yield. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do it real quick. So the settlement, and then the maturity. Well, we rate the coupon rate, the yield, which is going to be this one divided by 15. Remember, the redemption value, that's 1,000. The frequency, it's 2. And there's 1. And here we have it. What would I use if I had to choose between using the duration and the price? Of course, the duration is an approximation, but the price value, that's the one we're going to be choosing every time. As you can see, this is an old formula that was used to get close to a real price, and we still use it. But the truth is that the price function is going to provide everything we need, and the real price, a more reliable number for a specific change. Okay, guys, this is it for today. Don't forget to drop a like and maybe subscribe and share this content to anyone you want. And don't forget, if you want to, invite me a coffee, well, you're more than welcome. And thank you very much in advance for all your kindness. And well, wish you luck. Thanks a bunch. Bye.
break your